Aloha, this is Emily Thoreau-Threat, host of the Grief and Happiness podcast. Every Friday, I share with you my love notes, giving you a little something to think about as you navigate your grief journey, finding happiness expanding along your way. Every Tuesday, I post my regular podcast, sharing wonderful conversations with people you can relate to and offer you encouraging ideas and helpful inspiration. And I invite you to our Grief and Happiness Alliance gatherings for free every week on Zoom. Information provided in the show notes. Aloha. My podcast for you today is called Stuck. When I read what people are saying in some of the grief groups I follow, I notice that many people are stuck in their grief. The gist of what I hear is that people find that if they lighten up on their grief, they somehow will lose connection with their loved one who died. The people who express this seem so sad, unable to connect with their new situation of their loved one's passing. They seem to feel that they must stay sad because being happy in their situation feels like a betrayal to their loved one. I was writing the other day about how my husband would like for me to deal with my life now. In the process of writing, I felt my husband smiling at me, so I started to smile while I was writing. When that happened, I realized that my husband would want me to be happy. I remember about how when I first got together with Ron, he was always telling me to smile. I was so serious. As I looked in the mirror, I could always see how much better I looked when I was smiling, and smiling was actually making me feel better, lighter, and happy. All of us people grieving will experience periods of yearning or sadness. The key is to recognize these feelings, experience them, thank them, then release them, and smile, even if smiling is a challenge. When we stay stuck in these feelings, that's when we're concentrating on. Time goes on, and we aren't moving forward with it because all we can think about is our loved one. When you find yourself falling into this abyss, take a few slow, deep breaths to center yourself and commit to yourself to release those feelings. And when they come back, do that again. The more you recognize what you are doing, the easier it will be for you to deal with your feelings. Make your journal your friend. When you start feeling that sadness, anxiety, or yearning, write about what you're feeling. Include why you're feeling the way you are right now. What triggered this feeling? For instance, if whenever you eat apple pie, you remember how much your loved one loved apple pie and always had to have 2 servings of it each time you made it. You find yourself feeling blue when you remember this. Take some time to explore this feeling. My main memory of apple pie was how much I enjoyed making the apple pie because Ron loved it so much, and it made him smile. So instead of staying stuck in that sadness that I was feeling, I could smile at the happiness of the memory. You'll be amazed how you can shift your reaction to your memories in a positive way so that you can release the sadness and replace it with a good memory. I challenge you to pick up your journal each time you start feeling the negative emotions and find the joy in the experience you remember. Focus on that joy, and in the process, release that sadness. The more you do this, the happier you will become until you find yourself naturally feeling the happiness while releasing the negativity. You can do this. You can be happy. Your loved one would want you to be happy. Thanks for listening, and be sure to order your Grief and Happiness Handbook and cards on Amazon. All profit from these sales go directly to the Grief and Happiness Alliance nonprofit organization to support these podcasts and all that the organization does to provide comfort and support to those who are dealing with grief and loss. Mahalo. Thank you.